let's see if I can do that upgrade. Oh, okay. Alright, well, so what I'm going to go do is I'm just going to turn off, put the disc in, and then we'll reboot. Okay, so what wasn't set was these things also come with a LS120 drive, so that was set as the boot drive, but I don't have that because I have an earlier model, so I'm not sure if at some point somebody didn't go through and swap some parts out of this guy. Okay, so let's see, we have to do mouse. Type auto exit that. So we did $MSCD$V$/L:/M:10. Okay, so we do CD-ROM UPG now. Okay, there we go. So we found the upgrade process, and so I'm assuming that it'll go and upgrade the software to the latest thing, and then reboot the scope and everything. Let's wait and see what goes on. Okay. Go in and check help about, and yep, there you go, we're up to 4.5, current status uncalibrated, self-test failed, calibration date was 97, serial number doesn't exist. I wonder if somebody's been playing with this one. Okay, so I'm having horrible problems with the A/D hybrids on this scope. They're just they're not calibrating, so there's really nothing much that I can do for it. So, and these are the heat sinks. If you haven't seen this, the Signal Path blog has a, or the Signal Path video YouTube channel has a great teardown and discussion of all the whole things. But these are basically the A/D hybrid is in here, and it actually just has this heat sink that sits on it, and it goes connects into the front end channels here. So what I'm going to go do is just take these out and see if I can give them a little clean, and then maybe you see whether that makes any difference to the operation of the scope. So basically what was happening is initially it was failing on the FISO. It was failing on the FISO test, and now it seems to be, it also won't do basic calibration either, so it fails on the vertical calibration. So I tried swapping some of the hybrids around, because the troubleshooting guide says to swap the hybrids around and see what happens. And so I did that, and that seemed to make things way worse. So what we're going to go do is we'll just get these out here. Disconnect these little SMA connectors. And so we will eventually have those little leads off, so when we take off the little holders, we'll be able just to pop those converters right out. So what I need to do now is get these off, and unfortunately I don't actually have a better tool than this to go do that. So I really need to get some smaller spanners, because I don't actually have a spanner that's designed for, or a wrench as they're called over here, designed for this size item. So basically I am using an adjustable wrench, which is not a great way to do this thing, but it'll get the job done. And then let's see if we can get this guy. And I'm waiting for some deliveries today, so we'll see if that happens to come in while we're working on the scope here. Now I'm not really sure of the best way to clean these little ceramic packages, because I've never worked with them before. And so when I watched the signal path, he dodged actually cleaning them. So what he ended up doing was simply it was showing them, taking them out, and then said, okay, now I've cleaned them and put them back in. So I really have no idea what the appropriate way to clean these items are, and you'll get an idea when we go and have a look at the actual circuits in here. Basically, this little black thing that's around the edge, that's a ceramic hybrid. That's the A to D hybrid there, and they say that sits on that little black holder is actually it's actually sort of like a set of pogo pins, and we'll have to take a look at that just in a second. And so we can see that that it'll push down, and that's what these little clips effectively over the top doing is, you know, pushing down on the hybrid so that it there's my alarm system. Let me go see what has happened. Okay, interruptions are over. I can finish removing this guy. Ooh. Okay, so here's what the little pads, the little hybrids look like, and you can see, you know, the contacts around the side. And then if you look down here on the, let's zoom in a bit, see if we can get a closer. You know, you can see that there's, like I said, a little pogo pins, and they touch these various contacts here. So what I'm going to go do is to just give the boards a little clean, and then we'll maybe just give a little rub around there. So I'm not sure how best to approach cleaning this. So all I've got is a lint-free, let's zoom this back out. All I have is a lint-free cleaning tip, and so I'm just going to like get some IPA into my little holder here. Oh. And then I'm just going to go in and let's just carefully rub around them, because these undergo a fair bit. You saw the size of the heat sinks, you know, which are these size here, so these things are dumping a fair bit of heat, and so I wonder if maybe what's going on is you know, that's causing some light oxidization of the pogo pins. Now, I don't see any, you know, I don't see any dirt or anything like that on my oh yeah, a little bit. It's unclear where that's coming from though. Okay, so let's just gently rub across. Now, these things are going to get hot, so we need to get the airflow over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. Turn it upside down there. And so now it's ready for us to boot up. So let's go. Let me go set the camera up, and we can take a look at that. Okay, for better or for worse, here we go. Windows 98. Yeah, not a particularly powerful motherboard to start with either, so I think it's a AMD K6 or something like that. And this with the days. Alright, so it's booting up. So we should see fairly quickly, because the ISO test is the second test. What do you know? So it was failing that test. And there you go. All the self-tests passed. That's nice. Now, what I'm going to go do is I'm going to close this. I'm going to go back to that utilities menu, and then we're going to try calibration. And here you can see this is when I had I ran it with the hybrids out when I tried swapping them. You know, and then I just filed everything out. Interestingly, if you go read the manual, it tells you to use a very short cable to connect the channels to, if we if I zoom over here, you might be able to just see it, to connect the auxiliary out to the channels. And the actual cable in the manual it tells you to use is a 10502A, and that's this guy here. But if you look, you just simply can't actually get that across. So I thought that was just an interesting example of the people that write the manuals not necessarily being the engineers that have to use the product. Anyway, let's go through the calibration process now. And I want to turn this off because we want to go do the calibration and write to it. I wonder what details gives us. Huh. I never actually turned it on. Oh, let's just leave it on. Let's just start. Okay. Oh, nice! So I just got back, getting another delivery. I passed on channel 1. I hadn't passed on any of the other things. So let's keep going and see how it works. Nice. We just passed number 3 as well. Nice. So all our channels have passed. Now just the last one is the auxiliary trigger. Calibration complete. There we go. Well, that's it. So we took this this scope from not booting with nothing through to passing all of its things. So now I have a 1.5 gigahertz 8 gigasample scope. I'll be able to start reading the user manual and really getting a handle on it. I'll put the covers back on, and then we'll go and edit the video and post it. hopefully this won't be too long, and you'll have found useful, interesting. All right, thanks very much. Catch you later. Bye.